Then one night I was at a fundraiser in New York City for the NYRP, a nonprofit founded by Bette Midler. At one point in the evening, I bumped into Gayle King, Oprah's best friend. Now, Gayle is a real deal, a very sophisticated, secure, and smart lady. She's never afraid of a situation, as she showed with her R. Kelly interview. So she marched right up to me and basically said, "Why are you talking about my girl?" I had to explain to Gayle that I didn't have a true beef with Oprah. "Listen, I'd love to be Oprah's friend," I continued. "But if we can't be friends, can we at least be enemy?" When I said that, I saw Gayle arch her eyebrows and look at me a bit different. It registered to her there was a method to what I was doing. "Okay, you're different than I thought," Gayle told me. "I'm going to tell Oprah she needs to meet you. You two need to talk." True to her word, Gayle set it up for me to be on Oprah's show. It was a great episode. She came to my old house in Queens, met my grandmother, and walked around my old neighborhood with me. Eventually, we got to our relationship.
Oprah, the real Oprah, ever listened to you?
No,
No.
once or twice she's listened to me. And she says, "Okay, we agree not to agree on those topics."
Yeah, because you had a little feud, well, a long-standing feud, right? For a while in the whole hip-hop culture and stuff.
You know what it was like? I see her show, and every time she make mention of what she felt like was wrong with hip-hop culture, it was something that was on my album that was the largest debut in hip-hop album. And because it's a platform that, you know, you would see the A-lister, I didn't want my audience to misinterpret me like I wasn't an A-lister or wasn't worthy of being there with because of the content.
Did you ever find out who did it?
Yeah, I knew who did it shortly after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they are now where?
Oh, the guy who actually shot me is dead. And the guy...
Something strange has been following Oprah Winfrey's name again. Not a movie, not a book, not a viral interview. This time, it's a school. A girls' school in South Africa that was once praised as a dream project and is now tied to dark rumors online, claims of vanishing students, strange incidents from the past resurfacing. And suddenly, 50 Cent enters the conversation with accusations that send the internet into meltdown. The question is simple but heavy. What is real, and what has been twisted by the internet into something else? The story starts with hope. In 2007, Oprah opened the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls in South Africa. The school reportedly cost around $40 million. The goal was clear: give underprivileged girls top-tier education, safety, and opportunity. Global media praised it. Leaders applauded it. At that point, the school symbolized success, generosity, and second chances. Everything looked perfect on the surface. But behind the praise, cracks formed early, and most people never forgot them. Only months after the school opened, the first major scandal hit. One of the school's dorm matrons was charged with serious abuse involving several students. Police stepped in. Parents were furious. The media exploded. Oprah flew to South Africa herself and fired the school's headmistress on the spot. She apologized publicly and promised changes. Cameras captured her emotional response. To many, it looked like accountability. To others, it looked like damage control. Even after the arrests, the fear never fully left the school's reputation. The story faded from headlines, but it never fully disappeared. Years passed. Then, in 2011, another shocking headline surfaced. A student secretly gave birth. Later, the newborn was found inside a bag. Police investigated the case. No formal charges were filed against the student. The situation was heartbreaking and confusing. But online, the story took on a life that went far beyond the facts. Wild claims appeared with no proof. Some said rituals were involved. Others tied it to dark rumors with zero evidence. Once again, the line between real events and online fiction started to blur. And the school's name was dragged through controversy all over again. For a while, things went quiet. No trending stories, no viral clips, until an old rivalry came back to life and took things to another level. Oprah and 50 Cent had tension long before any school rumors spread. Early in 50's career, he wanted an interview with Oprah to reshape his public image. She reportedly refused. She didn't agree with his music, his message, or his energy at the time. 50 didn't take that rejection lightly. He responded publicly, mocking her audience and calling out what he saw as hypocrisy. Their back and forth created a Cold War that lasted for years. Eventually, the interview still happened, but 50 later suggested it wasn't because she suddenly changed her mind. He believed industry pressure forced it due to how hot his career was at the time. The tension never truly left. It just went quiet until other artists started sharing their own strange experiences. Ludacris later spoke about his appearance on her show while promoting the movie Crash. He expected to talk about the film. Instead, he felt pushed into a debate about the language in his music. After the show aired, parts of his response were edited out. According to him, it made him look silent, confused, and cornered. Not long after that, Dave Chappelle appeared on the show after walking away from a massive $50 million deal. Instead of focusing on his career choice, the conversation turned toward his mental state. Viewers noticed the pressure in the questioning. Dave later hinted that the situation felt uncomfortable and forced. These moments made people online start connecting dots. Was this coincidence? Or was there a pattern in how certain guests were handled? Then actresses entered the spotlight, and things got louder. In 2023, Taraji P. Henson shocked many when she opened up about being underpaid for The Color Purple. She shared her frustration, her exhaustion, and her anger. During another interview, emotions spilled over. She spoke about reaching a breaking point. The response across social media was massive. Many supported her. Others pointed fingers at the production power structure. And Oprah's name was pulled right into it. That's when people brought up Monique again. For years, Monique has accused Oprah, Tyler Perry, and Lee Daniels of pushing her out of Hollywood after she refused to go on unpaid press tours for Precious. She revealed she was paid only $50 for a film that went on to win awards and earn millions. She said she was asked to cover her own travel and hotels from that same pay. Her frustration spilled into public interviews where she made it clear she believed her career was damaged on purpose. This is where 50 Cent jumped in loudly. He publicly supported Monique. He also backed Taraji. He posted messages calling for apologies. He hinted that behind the scenes, power was being used to silence people. This reopened every old wound tied to Oprah's name. And then, the internet went further. Social media began claiming that girls were now disappearing from Oprah's South African school. Posts spread fast. Reaction videos exploded. Some claimed multiple students had gone missing. Others tied it to global crime rings with no proof. Some even linked it to Epstein without any confirmed evidence. Fear grew quickly. But here's the key point. As of now, there are no verified police reports confirming that any students are currently missing from the school. No official investigation supports those viral claims. What exists are past scandals mixed together with fresh internet theories. Still, once fear spreads, facts struggle to keep up. People began revisiting Oprah's old connection to Harvey Weinstein. Red carpet photos, public praise from years ago. When Weinstein was exposed, Oprah stated she had no knowledge of his crimes. Critics questioned how anyone so close could see nothing. Supporters argued that many people in Hollywood were fooled. Once again, no charges were ever connected to Oprah. But the suspicion became fuel for online anger. Now take all these pieces: old interviews, pay disputes, past school scandals, celebrity feuds, Weinstein, social media fear, and blend them into one storm. That's how the current narrative was born. The truth is uncomfortable in both directions. On one side, real mistakes happened at that school. Staff members were arrested, students were harmed, a tragic newborn case took place. Those are confirmed events from official investigations. On the other side, the claims of girls currently vanishing remain unverified at this time. No public police confirmation supports those viral accusations right now. That gap between what is proven and what is assumed is where the internet runs wild. Oprah built an empire on influence, trust, and storytelling. But influence cuts both ways. The bigger the platform, the louder the accusations when things go wrong, even if those accusations mix truth with speculation. And when someone like 50 Cent steps into that space, the volume multiplies instantly. What makes this story hit harder is how emotional it feels to so many people. It touches education, power, fame, money, race, protection, and influence all at once. It's not just gossip. It's about who gets believed, who gets questioned, and who gets protected when the spotlight turns dark. Some believe Oprah has spent decades using power to shape narratives. Others believe she is being targeted because of her influence. Some think 50 Cent is exposing what others fear to say. Others think he is fueling chaos. Right now, what remains clear is this: verified scandals from the past are being recycled into new fear online, and the truth is getting buried under emotional reactions. Families in South Africa deserve peace, the public deserves clarity, And the internet deserves responsibility, because when stories turn into storms, real people stand in the middle of the damage. And that leaves one final question. Are people uncovering something no one wants to address? Or has the internet taken old scars and turned them into a new nightmare without proof? Stories like this never really end when the video stops. They linger. New clips surface. Old interviews resurface. And suddenly everything feels wide open again. What started as a school built on hope turned into years of questions, arguments, and online storms that still refuse to settle. Some parts are backed by records, some live only through screenshots and rumors. And viewers are left trying to separate what truly happened from what simply spread the fastest. That tension is why these stories stick. Power always creates reactions. Fame always creates theories. And when both mix with silence, the noise gets louder than the facts. Whether you believe the internet is exposing hidden truth or stretching old wounds into something bigger, one thing is clear: this story is far from finished. If you want to stay ahead of the next twist before it floods your feed, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. New uploads are coming fast, and you won't want to miss what drops next. Like this video so it reaches more people who are still asking the same questions you are. And drop your take in the comments. I read them all. The next story is waiting on your screen.